Hi guys, welcome back to part 5 of my Doctor Who DVD collection. This might be the final part, or might have one more part. So first off we have Trial of a Time Lord. This is the box for it. And then you get the stories inside. Which, part 1 to 4 is Trial of a Time Lord, the Mysterious Planet. Not that good, didn't really enjoy it. And the second part, which is parts 5 to 8, is Mind Warp. This is actually a lot better. Yeah, Syl comes back from Vengeance on Varos. Yeah, this is actually quite a good one. And then you have parts 9 to 12 is Terror of the Vervoids, this is actually the strongest part, I think. In my opinion anyway, I think it is the strongest part. That's Terror of the Voids, pretty good. And then you have the parts 13 to 14 of, which is the Ultimate Foe, which has the Master in, so that's pretty good. It wasn't actually that bad either. So that's the Trial of a Time Lord set. Then we have Time and the Rani. Not very good. Not the best way to start off for Sylvester McCoy. Delta and the Bannerman. I'd never seen this before, and I actually enjoyed it. I know people don't actually like this story. I've heard people say it's not very good, but I enjoyed it. Thought some parts were a bit weird. Then we have Remembrance of the Daleks. This is the special edition re-release they brought out. This is the original, but I mean that's a fantastic cover. It's better than that cover anyway. But this is a cover I downloaded off the internet, and the original, if you haven't seen it before, was that, and a bad picture of Sylvester McCoy on it. But that cover is just so good. The back's pretty nice as well. Yeah, and if I would recommend, you should buy the special edition, because it just has more features on it. I think you have the Davros Connections thing on it, which goes through all the Davros stories. Yeah, it does. And it has more documentaries than the original release, so it comes in a nice slip case as well. Like 5 Doctors. So that's good. Then we have 2 more stories in the Cybermen's box, which are Silver Nemesis and Battlefield. Silver Nemesis is the last Cyberman story in the classic series. It's not the best Cyberman story anyway, but it was alright. I did like the shininess of the Cyberman. I thought that was pretty cool, but they didn't actually do that much. And then Battlefield. This comes with 2 versions, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it does. A special edition and the normal episode. But the special edition has like more CGI effects on it. But really good story. The Brigadier's back in it. It's just, I really did like this story. Then we have Ghostlight. This is one of those stories I used to watch at my granddad's house. He had it on video and I used to watch it when I went there. And it really used to scare me. And it is a really good story. It's one of Sylvester McCoy's stories that I would recommend to anyone to watch, because it's a great story. Then we have the Curse of Fenric. It's alright again. Probably one of Sylvester McCoy's strongest as well. I think his last season he really shone in it. I think he had really good stories in his last season, until they cancelled it. The swines. Then we have 3 more stories, or 2 more stories, in the Revisitations box set. And it's Survival and the movie. So Survival, everyone knows it's the final classic series story. It's got the Master in. It's such a shame it was the final one, because Sylvester McCoy could have gone on, done some good stories. But it tells you in a documentary, I think, on this, what they would have done after the series, after it had been cancelled. I mean, if it hadn't been cancelled, they would tell you all the stories that they would have done, how the characters would have developed, so that's pretty good. then we have the movie, which is not bad, not brilliant. It didn't need to be filmed in America. It should have been done in England. Didn't like Eric Roberts as the Master. I thought he was too well known to be the Master. He's too well known for being bad guys. But Paul McGann was a good choice Doctor. I think he really did do a good job. I like his audio work, which he's doing for Big Finish. But the special edition version is pretty cool. It's got some really good documentaries that I've watched. It's really, really good. So that's the movie. Then I got this Doctor Who DVDs file DVD, which has Rose and the End of the World on it. It's got like some reversible cover. But I prefer this cover. And then I've got the complete first series. The first series of the new series is alright. My favourite is the second series. Chris Eccleston was good. I wish he'd done a bit more. I mean, he'd done too many dull stories in his first season. I mean, he could have gone on to be quite a good Doctor, I think, if he'd only done one more series. But then saying that, we probably wouldn't have had David Tennant, and everyone loves David Tennant. Yeah, it comes out in this nice slip case. I mean, I think there's a bigger version out, but this one's fine for me. Less space. And then you get a cool little booklet, which I like with these new series, but the box sets, they give you nice little booklets with good pictures in it. But the only thing I don't like about these new series box sets is the fact they trimmed down the confidentials. I mean, I actually have some of the confidentials like from series 3 and 4, which I've taped off TV, which are the full ones, and I always watch them if I'm going to watch the confidentials. Just the fact they cut all the classic references out, which I think is terrible. I mean, people like the classic references in it. Alright. Then we have the complete second series, which is my favourite series out of all the new stuff. Just had some really good stories in it. Comes this nice slip cover. I'll just slide that off. Then you get the time vortex and the TARDIS. Let's just slide this out. I mean, I like the way these are done because you get them in little digi boxes. So if I just do the first part, get the Christmas Invasion, another nice booklet, which is the episode guide and just 4 words and stuff like that in it. Then you have the second disc for like school reunion and going to the fireplace and Tooth and Claw. And then you have the third disc with like the Cyberman stories, Rise and Age of Steel and the Idiot's Lantern. But I mean, the artwork is really nice on these as well. I'll just show you. That's quite nice. Let's put the booklet back. And then I'll just show you this, the second one. You have the Possible Planet, Satan Pit and Love and Monsters on that disc. Then you have the finale, Fear Her, Army of Ghosts and Doomsday. And then you have the confidential cut down. But yeah, again, it's really nicely packed. That's the complete second series. Then we have the complete third series, which is still quite good. Some of the stories are actually really good. Like I did like Blink, I think that was brilliant. I did like 42 as well. But that's the box. Then it comes in these nice boxes again. Just put that one to the side. Again, you get a nice little booklet. And then you have disc 1 with the Runaway Bride and Music and Monsters. Disc 2 is Smith and Jones and the Shakespeare Code. And disc 3 is Daleks in Manhattan Evolution of the Daleks, and the Lazarus Experiment. The Dalek stories are really bad in that. They were so rubbish. Then you have the best stories in this set. You have Human Nature, The Family of Blood, and Blink. That's the best disc of the whole series. Then you have the finale, Utopia, Sound of Drums, and Last of the Time Lords. Then you have the cut down of Confidential. And that's the end of this part.